If we're going to talk about the internet, then that means there needs to be a conversation about censorship. The people who make these platforms possible, the people who moderate our every move online. You see them everywhere, but they're nowhere to be seen. You feel their presence in every like, comment, and share, but you never get to meet them. Who are they? What do they do? And most importantly, how do they decide what we can or cannot say? As part of this series, I sat down with two of them. They've asked to remain anonymous, so I'm calling them Sarah and John. They work for different companies, have different backgrounds, live in different parts of the world, but both are employed by big tech to read our words, to judge our speech, and to decide whether or not we break the rules. If we do, it's their job to make sure we're punished. Welcome to my channel. How much power do they wield? According to one report, Facebook alone employs over 30,000 people to review content. That's more than the population of some countries. At Google, YouTube, and TikTok, thousands more watch, review, and respond to our every move. It's a massive army whose influence rivals governments, yet we know little about them. John is one of the few who speak out. He worked for a social media company for 3 years. Like many others, he was hired after graduating university. He had a degree in criminology. It was while studying that he came across an ad looking for remote workers. Most of his friends were applying to jobs in their field. Some got hired, others didn't. He was curious and decided to apply too. Within weeks, he was hired. His job was to review user-generated videos. He watched clips flagged by algorithms, and he made a decision. Was the clip against the rules? Yes or no? Depending on the answer, the algorithm would either leave the video up or take it down. It sounds binary, black or white, but in reality, there are lots of shades of gray. John dealt with them all. Some videos contained violence, some contained sexual content. Others pushed the boundaries of hate speech. Most were obvious, easy to categorize, and easy to forget. Some were borderline, required focus and attention to detail. Still others were simply baffling. John says he once saw a video of a man licking a public door handle. It was uploaded with the caption, "Coronavirus is a hoax." The platform left it up. John wasn't happy about it, but it was his job to follow the rules, not make them. The next question is, how do they make those rules? Every platform has its own community guidelines, a set of standards designed to ensure the health and safety of users. We click "I agree" before we can use them. Most of us don't read them, but they exist nonetheless. They tell us what we can and cannot say, what we can and cannot do. In theory, they help keep the internet a safe space, free from harassment, free from hatred, and free from harm. In practice, they often fall short. Take, for example, the word cancer. Is it okay to call someone a cancer? How about calling someone a Nazi? One platform allows it, the other doesn't. One platform bans Holocaust denial, the other leaves it up. There are 1 million rules, and each platform has its own. It makes John's job, Sarah's job, extremely difficult. Take the video he watched, the one with the man licking the door handle. If he took it down, he'd be accused of censoring free speech. If he left it up, he'd be accused of spreading misinformation. In the end, he abided by the rules. The video stayed up. The reason there are so many rules is because of the scale of the platforms. Hundreds of millions, even billions of people use them every single day. That makes moderating them a nightmare. We upload 500 hours of video every minute. That's nearly 9,000 videos every hour. Most are harmless. Some are dangerous. Most are legal. Some are illegal. We post 300 million stories every day, 60,000 tweets every minute. Most are fine. Some are harmful. Most are legal. Some are illegal. With so much content being created, platforms have no choice but to rely on algorithms. They spot the bad stuff, then send it to humans like John and Sarah for final approval. Their decisions are fast and decisive. John had just seconds to review a clip, less if it was a live stream. If he needed more time, he could save it and come back later. But there were hundreds of videos waiting. He couldn't afford to spend too long on any one of them. The pressure was immense. Mistakes weren't allowed. Once a video was flagged, it couldn't be uploaded again. Even if John made a mistake, even if a video was wrongly taken down, there was no way to put it back. His goal was to find the bad stuff, not to be popular. Sarah agrees. She works at a different company. Her job is to read through messages and comments. If she finds something abusive or hateful, she removes it. Sometimes she gets things wrong, but mistakes are rare. Most of the time, she knows exactly what she's doing. She's been at it for years. It's a tough job. Moderators see the worst of humanity on a daily basis. It's exhausting, draining, depressing. You see the worst videos, the worst comments, the worst of what humans have to offer. To deal with it, moderators rely on each other. They form support groups, vent, talk it out, try to find solutions together. They also learn to compartmentalize, leave work at work, come back another day. It's not always easy, but it's a necessary skill. That said, sometimes the job takes its toll. John suffered with anxiety and depression. At times, it was hard to leave the house. He knew his colleagues felt the same. They had regular meetings with psychologists. Many took medication. All of them tried to maintain a normal life. And what about the rest of us? What should we expect when we use these platforms? Should we expect complete freedom? Should we expect complete safety? John and Sarah both agree it's a balance. No one should be allowed to spread hate or incite violence, but everyone else should be able to express themselves freely. Ideally, the algorithms would do most of the work. They'd flag the worst content, then send it to a human for final approval. Humans would deal with the edge cases, the borderline content, the stuff that requires nuance and judgment. In theory, that's what happens. But the truth is, the algorithms aren't perfect. Sometimes they flag the wrong videos. Sometimes they let the bad stuff slip through. When that happens, it's up to us to complain, to report, to ask for the content to be reviewed again. Ultimately, we trust these companies to regulate our speech. We trust them to strike the right balance between safety and freedom. Do they do a good job? It depends on who you ask. John and Sarah both think they do. They see the abuse, the hate, the violence, the threats. Without moderators, they say the platforms would disintegrate into chaos. With moderators, they say the platforms are tamed. But that doesn't mean they agree with everything. They talk about the difficulty of dealing with context, the importance of understanding the intent behind the message, the need for common sense. There's no denying that mistakes happen. Sometimes videos are taken down when they shouldn't be. Sometimes they're left up when they should be. But what matters most is that we keep talking about it, that we keep trying to improve the system. John and Sarah love working in tech. They see the potential of the internet, the power of human connection, the beauty of creativity. But they also know it can be a dark place. It's up to us to make sure it stays bright. Many thanks to Sarah and John for speaking to me. Their work is fascinating, challenging, and often thankless. It's not easy being a moderator, but someone has to do it. Now it's over to you. What do you think? Or should we moderate the internet? Should we rely on technology or human beings or both? Let me know in the comments. Check out these other videos and make sure you subscribe.